Let's head to Gainesville. We got to talk a little Florida Gator recruiting because the Gators are red hot. They win 24-17. The Gators are now 6-5. Ole Miss is 8-3, Steve. The Gators were hard to watch early in the season, but now it seems like they are easy to root for, and DJ Lagway's impact can't be measured. Even Lane Kiffin said it before the game. I was watching College Game Day. He made a note. He said, DJ Lagway makes the whole team play better. You very rarely see this, but as a quarterback, there's something about the defense is playing better when DJ Lagway's at quarterback. All right, so we're going to talk about the win, but we're going to talk about it from a recruiting perspective. So there were some notable no-shows. No Dallas Wilson, no Javian Hilson, and no Jamie French, but there were some big names on campus and a couple official visitors. Steve, how do you see this weekend going for the Gators?
Man, how about the turnaround for the Florida Gators, the resiliency, the culture that Billy Napier and his staff have put in place in Gainesville? Because when they got whooped by Miami in week 1, there were a lot of articles written that it was over. But you know what? They played hard. They've played through injuries. Every Saturday they've showed up and played as hard as possible. And now they're going to get a postseason game. The Florida Gators, they've gotten better each year of the Billy Napier era. And you can just feel the support rallying around this program, from the administration giving him the vote of confidence to beating LSU in what was, again, you and I, we don't normally put too much stock in games, but there was just something about that Florida LSU game that if you win it, it could really spearhead something special. They win it. Now they beat Ole Miss, a top 10 team. I think they're going to finish strong on the trail. I think it's going to be an exciting time for them in the transfer portal. They have their franchise quarterback, DJ Lagway, who looks like he has all the trades to ultimately hear his name called first in the NFL draft. The reigning Gatorade High School Player of the Year. Kids want to play with him. And one prospect that I think wants to play with him is Arizona receiver commit Muiz Tunkara. He's 6'4", 200 pounds. He's from the Lone Star State. He's committed to Arizona. I put in a flip pick for Florida today. He is on his official visit, but I was able to chat with him a little bit. Talked about it being a crazy atmosphere, one of the best in college football. The opportunity to play in the best conference in the country excites him, and that this visit exposed him to different experiences, the Gator culture, the traditions, everything's impressive to him. So I think that Florida's trending here. Talked to some sources close to him coming into the visit, and they indicated that Florida was in a great spot. You know who else was on campus this weekend? Was Ty Jackson, top 100 linebacker from Florida. Talked to his dad a little bit afterwards. It was a good game. Congratulations to Coach Napier and the team. He said after the game, I think they're just taking it all in right now. He obviously committed to USC in the summer. It was probably one of the biggest, most surprise commitments because he had only been to USC once. He's probably been to Florida over 10 times. You know, Alabama he'd been to a bunch. Georgia he'd been to a bunch. Florida State was scheduled to get an official visit the weekend of November 30th, but he popped for USC. Loved being around the Trojan staff and that LA vibe and the direction of the program and those coaches. But this visit to Florida, I think, was to dot some I's and cross some T's. So I think the Gators have a pulse in this recruitment for sure. And we'll see where it takes him as he continues to work through his process.
Yeah, Ty Jackson, I saw a note on Gators Online. Corey Bender put something on there that he's already hearing from sources that the visit's going really well. And like you're hearing, there is some traction there. And it makes sense. I mean, Ty Jackson's from the state of Florida. Like you said, he went out to USC, made a quote unquote surprise commitment while he was on that visit. We'll see if he sticks. Who else is on? Oh, Onis Konanbaney committed to Tennessee. We're seeing some Tennessee recruits out on the road today. Maybe a little surprising considering Tennessee has a home game and has recruits on campus as we speak.
Yeah, Onis Konanbaney taking one final look. Byron Lewis, running back, committed to Florida State. Coming into the visit, I was told 50-50 on if he sticks or flips with the Noles. He was at Florida's win over LSU. Loved the atmosphere, wanted to get his parents back up to campus. So they're definitely in the middle of that recruitment. And then look, guess who made it? Ben Hanks Jr., one of the jewels of this class.
Yeah.
There was some talk, hey, he might visit Miami this week. And I talked to his dad earlier the week. He said, we're not visiting Miami. If we're able to take a visit, we'll be at Florida. He's at Florida. So I think that speaks to where the Gators stand right now. Yeah, I talked to touted offensive tackle George Haziotis from Naples community there. He had a great visit to Florida today. Jahari Medlock, an offensive lineman from the Peach State, committed to Cincinnati. He's high on Florida's board right now. Corey put in an on 3 RPM for Florida to flip him, I believe. I like the way that's trending for the Gators as well. So this weekend's going to pay some dividends with folks that were in the swamp, and it's going to continue to help Florida try and close guys like other touted in-state talents like Jamie French, Myron Charles. And I'm not saying that they're going to land those guys because, I mean, it's going to be wars. But this was a top 10 win coming off a top 25 win the week before. People can see it starting to come together. And again, this is just the beginning. Like, they had to change a whole culture at Florida, remake a whole roster. But you're seeing the young guys really perform at a high level, and you're just seeing how hard they play for Coach Nape. So I'm expecting Florida to do a fantastic job of retaining their roster.
Yeah.
And then going out and landing some more difference makers, because it's obvious these guys love playing at Florida and playing hard for Coach Napier and company.
Yeah, they're a fun team to watch right now. I couldn't imagine what the swamp was like after that win. We saw a lot of celebration. It looked like everybody's trying to get their picture with DJ Lagway. Love that. The locker room was on fire. So Gator fans, man, how are you feeling? You got to feel good about not just the season, but the way that recruiting's going, because heading out of the summer, really even before the season began, it seemed like the Gator recruiting was really flat. But here we are, less than 2 weeks from signing day, and the Gators have a really solid class and a chance to finish with more. So Gator fans, talk to us. Let us know. Comment section below how you guys feeling after this big win, and what about these top recruits on campus? Let us know. Comment section below.